economists of all stripes say that ultimately consumers pay the price of tariffs.
I don't believe
Can you guarantee American families won't pay more?
I can't guarantee anything.
I'm at the Walmart in Rochester, Indiana, and I went to grab coffee because I'm out of coffee and was kind of shocked. Maxwell House is $21.44. In October of last year, I paid $12 and some odd cents for the same exact amount. I mean, if you think tariffs or inflation or something's not increasing the costs, you're messed up in the head.
In a time when 42 million Americans are not getting the food stamps that they depend on to prevent their families from literally starving, coffee may not be the most important thing. But it is a useful indicator for what Americans are dealing with on all kinds of prices. Groceries, household goods, construction materials.
It's the biggest spike of any grocery category. That's according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the reasons stretch way beyond your local barista.
Crazy coffee prices have got recently. Look at this. Right now it's $8.59, but look what it used to be. It was $7.69, but wait. Before that, $3.79.
1 year ago, this Maxwell House cost me $10.48. Same Maxwell House original roast, 38.2 ounces, but now it's $23.44.
When the fuck did coffee become $22 to $28?
It's here.
I'm not shitting you. Coffee used to be like $8. Now it's over $20. Is it Publix?
We Americans seem to be in the find out phase of how tariffs actually work, that they're essentially a tax on us, the American consumers. And this week, Trump himself seemed to finally admit it. But first, here he is, just a little less than a year ago, talking about his plan for tariffs when he would come into office in 2025.
I'm a big believer in tariffs. I think tariffs are the most beautiful word. I think they're beautiful. It's going to make us rich.
Sir, your previous tariffs during your first administration cost Americans some $80 billion. And now you have major companies from Walmart, Black & Decker, AutoZone saying that any tariffs are going to force them to drive up prices for their consumers. How do you make sure that these CEOs, that these companies don't, in fact, pass on the cost of tariffs to their consumers?
They cost Americans nothing. They made a great economy for us. Very powerful tool, not only economically, but also for getting other things outside of economics.
Okay, bookmark that little Easter egg for later in this video because it's an important piece, not only for economics, to get other things that have nothing to do with the prices that Americans pay and the situation that we're all in financially. And here he was talking to Fox News just earlier this week.
We are doing phenomenally well. This is the greatest economy we've ever had. Their talking points, costs are high, costs are high. By the way, the only thing is beef.
Coffee
is a little high because the ranchers are doing great. Coffee, we're going to lower some tariffs. We're going to have some coffee.
We're going to lower some tariffs. Kind of an admission that that's what's causing the high prices in the first place.
Take care of all this stuff very quickly, very easily. It's surgical. It's beautiful to watch.
This coffee right here at Costco has more than doubled in price in the last 6 months. I know firsthand because I've been buying this coffee for the last 5 years. Super, super depressing because I actually love that coffee. It's like the best dark roast they had here. And it was such a good deal for the longest time at $9.99. Imported products like the oil they have here, the rice they have down there, are seeing astronomical increases in price because of these tariffs. And it's specifically because of these tariffs, because I've tracked these prices for a long time, and a lot of these prices at Costco are still going down.
$17.33. That's how much I paid today for this coffee. I'm here and I'm just adding some numbers together and doing my budget because you know what? Today I asked my husband, where's the money? We're making the best we've ever made. Both earners, both incomes, good incomes and everything, and we don't have money. We're living paycheck to paycheck, basically. So I put the numbers together and I decided to look at my budget. June the 2nd, 2023, the same exact coffee was $9.92. It's almost doubled in 2 years. Of course, my salary hasn't doubled. My income has not doubled. It went up a little bit, but certainly nowhere near that. And I don't know where my money goes. Every month, I'm struggling.
And his billionaire Treasury Secretary, apparently who identifies as a soybean farmer, also this week.
So when you look at affordability now, and you go grocery shopping, for example,
What products are you working on bringing down? We know that certain products are down, certain up. Like, for example, coffee. The president says, I'm going to lower the rates, tariff rates on Brazil and Vietnam and other places to try to bring the price of coffee down. What else are you doing?
Well, it's tough to do a lot of specific things, but I can tell you, Brian, you're going to see some substantial announcements over the next couple of days in terms of things we don't grow here in the United States. You know, coffee being one of them.
Okay, so Trump, Bessent, we, the American people, are getting on the same page that tariffs are effectively a tax on us consumers. Bessent here is right that we don't make our own coffee. 99% of coffee that the US consumes is imported. 80% of all unroasted coffee beans come from Latin America. The biggest supplier within Latin America is Brazil. Colombia also. We have tariffs on those countries. I think 10% on Colombia, 50% on Brazil. It would be fair to think, okay, Trump slapped a 50% tariff on Brazil earlier this year to benefit American consumers. He's looking out for us, advocating, trying to drive prices down, right? Not really. August 2025, Trump hits Brazilian products with 50% tariffs over Bolsonaro. Jair Bolsonaro, the former president of Brazil, ran for re-election back in 2022. He lost, but he incited his supporters to storm government buildings in an attempted coup d'etat. This is after January 6, 2021, what happened here in the United States. Trump and Bolsonaro have always had this special strongman relationship. Anyway, Bolsonaro was put on trial this past year. He was convicted this year, 27 years in prison. And this is what Trump tweeted about that decision. The way that Brazil has treated former President Bolsonaro, a highly respected leader, is an international disgrace. This trial should not be taking place. It's a witch hunt that should end immediately. Does any of this sound familiar? Trump's letter went on to tie the prosecution to the tariffs that he'd later impose, due in part to Brazil's insidious attacks on free elections and the fundamental free speech rights of Americans, as lately illustrated by the Brazilian Supreme Court, which has issued hundreds of secret and unlawful censorship orders to US social media platforms. We will charge Brazil a tariff of 50% on any and all Brazilian products sent into the United States. This is why we are paying double for coffee and lots of other things that we buy day in and day out. And so this is about coffee and the tariffs on Brazil, but it's also about something more. It's about these strongmen. They're pretty similar all around the world, from Putin to Trump to Bolsonaro to Kim Jong-un. They are far less concerned with the financial condition of their people, far more concerned about enriching themselves. And clearly in Trump's messaging here, he is more aligned with strongman Bolsonaro than he is with the people of the United States, who are experiencing these crazy prices at the grocery store and in so many other aspects of our lives.